Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2021. This is my first video of the year and you guys have been requesting this so much for me to do my everyday makeup, and so I thought I tied in my everyday makeup with anti-aging tips or makeup for mature face or faces over 40s, which is moi. So if you are new here, my name is Karina. I'm so happy to have you over. Please do not forget to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are into this types of content. Usually here on the channel you will see things like beauty, fashion, lifestyle. I love handbags and like luxury items. I'll do more reviews. I have a whole lot planned for 2021, so I cannot wait for you guys to join on the channel and be here. So you guys, for today, we're doing this makeup for mature faces. I'm gonna give you tips of products and techniques that I have adopted on my face to maximize our youth, our inner youth. Obviously, a few tips that I can give you right off the bat that does not include makeup is to drink a lot of water, you guys, exercise, just do your best to have like a practice that fulfills your soul and your mind and your body, and not just like go to work out to look amazing, but to feel amazing as well. And so if you do those things, this what shows on your face is just gonna be great. So that's the tip I want to leave you with for you to absorb. So okay, let's get started, because otherwise I'll be here forever. I want to give you like a little close up of what you will be seeing as far as like the makeup, so you can see the before. You're gonna be like, wait, what? Okay guys, so this is my skin with just skincare, nothing else here, trying to be as bare as possible so we can do all of this together. Actually, I don't have a mirror. I might need to use my... This is from somebody I haven't done makeup tutorials here in forever. So, okay, let's get started. So, first of all, your best bet will be to moisturize your skin as much as you can, especially if you are after a certain age. We tend to dry it up a little more, so I always like to start with a primer. This one's just a little bit more expensive, like the Luminous Silk from Armani. I love this line so much, but I feel like it's super worth it. There are a lot of other options out there. I really like the Hangover by Too Faced, or Extreme Hangover. There's like a lot of other really good ones, but this I feel like gives me the best results. So starting with the primer, there are two things, two foundations or CCs that I am obsessed with as of late. They are both from IT Cosmetics. Here, this is the English side of it. There's the French side. For completely different purposes. So this is a CC cream, and this is supposed to like even out your skin. However, it is full coverage. I love this. If you can only afford one of them, I would say totally this one, because it's like all skincare. It has anti-aging and hydrating serum. This one is also skincare, and it's marketed as like a foundation serum type of like feeling. This is more of like a medium coverage, so it layers really nicely. You can definitely build up a little bit. However, this is a lot thinner than this guy here, so it really depends on your preference. I love them both equally. I think I'm just gonna go with the foundation today, just to have like a little bit lighter coverage and show you like the true skincare that well, the other one is too. But the other one, I feel like it shows a little more, so it's great when I'm like filming. This one's just a little lighter, perfect for like being, you know, with people, and it's just like, what's up? Okay, so I have like a big mirror in here. Is there anybody in there? So I'll show you guys. My forehead is really struggling with dark spots. This is actually my better color too, you guys. I am using the medium neutral in 31. And then for the other ones, I actually got it just a little bit too dark, neutral tan. So it's perfect when I am tanner. Not the case right now. So because of my dark spots on my forehead so bad right now, I am going to apply just a little more, especially up here. This foundations both have mineral skincare or mineral sunscreen, which is especially if you struggle with dark spots or melasma, you do want to look for a mineral sunscreen, not for a physical. So just keep that in mind. You can do all of your research, and I have melasma videos explaining more of why that's what you want, but just know that that's what you want. And these guys do have the mineral. And the mineral is, it doesn't have here the names. It's like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So if it has those two, perfect. The other stuff is physical, not great for people who have melasma or dark spots. Okay, so this is like foundation wise, just really nice. My true color. Another thing, another product that I am obsessed with from IT Cosmetics is the brow powder. You guys, this stuff is so good. I love a good brow gel. I do have my eyebrows microbladed, but they are not, they're super faded. It's been like over a year and a half, and so I do have to do some makeup on them. So the cool thing about this guy is that just the gel itself helps already so much. It creates the like fluffy brow that it's so on trend right now. Just kind of like very 80s. Look at the difference here just by, you know, between the two of them. It is very, there's a lot of product on the brush. So sometimes I do tend to go too much, and then I need a Q-tip to clean it off. But this is the only gel that like lifts up my hair and stays. Usually, especially this like little bitty hairs here, they will kind of fall throughout the day. With this product, they do not. It's actually like so good. And because of the way that my brows are super faded and there's like bare spots, I do go back with, you can do like a pencil. I really like the NYX or the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow wiz, but all I have right now, it's like a little powder, and I actually really like this too, guys. Arches and Halos by Tonya Crooks. This is actually better than my Anastasia Beverly Hills powder duo, so just FYI. And then I would just go and put a little bit of the powder on the bare spots. This is going to be not like a super fluffy or a super like marked brow. It's going to be a little more less of it. I hope you can see it, but still I do like a brow look, you guys. Another tip, you guys, is sometimes I find myself obsessing over is how sometimes when our eyebrows go down a little bit too much to frame the face, it just creates kind of like a droopy eye type of thing. So usually if I feel like that's happening, or if I want like a more lifted eye, you just kind of like go straight back with your brow design, and then you can always conceal the edges. Okay, so I went upstairs and I got a little spoolie. Sometimes, like, if you feel like you overdid on anywhere or any place, you can always like run the little spoolie in here and it will pull out the excess. And then for the little eyebrow trick I was gonna show you guys, just with a concealer brush, I get the tiniest little bit, and then it's best to go with less. See what I mean? Same here. And that will be it. Let's do the concealer. Usually, you guys, this is like way too heavy. I'm like being super heavy-handed right now. Usually I just do 2 dots, or I don't know, I think I'm just getting too excited because I'm on camera. I'm just going for it. But using, this is a Sigma highlighting brush. It's a high cheekbone highlighter, F03. And I love this for concealer. It's like my favorite. I just feel like the concealer is always a lot more flawless when I apply it this way. So this is with the remaining in the brush. That's when I go and chase the little dark spots that I feel like are somewhere around my face. Great one to kind of mute the lips. I have a little bit of dark spot on my chin as well. Okay. Shape Tape, love it. This is color in 35, medium 35, right? Or 35 neutral, medium. Okay, now for something I have been doing, you guys, since I started working, or I worked with Armani for, I think it was October or maybe November. I can't remember exactly, but I got this on the mail. I think it was at the end of October, because I was actually gonna do a, I was gonna get into a Zoom deal with them, and they sent me the makeup. And this is their tinted liquid eyeshadow, and this got some sparkles. This is the color 39 Volcano. I am so obsessed with this. I started playing with the little brush and spoolie, and I will link, I have like on Instagram a IGTV showing you how I do the cat eye and the smoky eye with this little guy in here. But for this purposes of this makeup, since it's something I've been using every day for anti-aging purposes, I feel like this brings so much youth to my face. I cannot like repeat this enough. I've been wearing this for the last couple of months since I tried this, and it's been my like go-to sort of like signature look as of late, because this is so foolproof. It's so easy to deal with and mess with. So with the brush being like this, shaped like a little V almost, I usually just put on a tiniest little bit, like just like this, and go with a pencil brush, which in this case I did not bring my pencil brush. Great. I'll just use a angle brush. It's just a little more fluffy. You're just going to pull it up. Tiny movements, you guys. You do not want this to be like super smoky or anything. While this product is drying, or before it dries, once you apply it, it's just a little bit wet, and so you can play with it and maneuver it a little better. And then once it's dry, it stays put like powder. So just keep that in mind, that you have just a couple minutes there to play with and make sure that it does what you want it for it to do. So that's what your cat eye is gonna look like. I pulled just a tiny bit of a wing, and I do feel like it gives me like a youthful, or you know, a younger eye. It just depends on your eye shape. You got to play with it and just kind of figure out what best, you know, what your shape is best. Sometimes I see women kind of like drawing all the way through and then swooping up. So if this is something that your eye shape allows you to do and you like it better, great. Just be careful on going all the way up and then out, because then it emphasizes like a droopy eye as well. So you want something lifted so you can barely touch the outer corner of the eye here, and you just kind of like pull it up, kind of like towards your brow bone, not your brow bone, your temples in here. Okay. A little tip here, you guys, if you do make a mistake, use your primer to erase it. Sometimes concealers can be a bit too much, and primer does the job beautifully without disturbing the makeup. Okay. And then if you guys want a little more defined look, I'm just using the same eyebrow product and just going on top of the eyeshadow, and so you can define it just a little bit more. Still smoky, but it has just a little bit more definition. And one product that I am so in love with, and this was a collaboration too, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, fell in love with, is the Gucci mascara. First of all, this looks so amazing. Like, it's just a beautiful mascara, the packaging, and then the product is so good. It's just like a really defined lash. It does add some body to it, I feel like. Like, look at the lift of these lashes. So good. And I like to like really work it in there until like there's no clumps. Or this brush is actually especially good for clumps and super good for the lower lash line as well. If you have like tiny little lashes like I do, and mine are almost like invisible to the eye because they're so light in color, this really helps you to not just be a big old, you know, it gets each lash and separates them and just makes them, I don't know, it's just like a really pretty mascara. Okay guys, for the next step I will do a bronzer. Usually that's just something like, if I'm not really doing anything, if I won't be on camera, I skip the bronzer. So it's almost like a day-to-day type of thing. Like sometimes I go through like phases where I wear it a lot, sometimes not so much. Keep in mind that this is something that can age depending on how you use it. So a super bronze, a super defined face can be really aging to people. So instead of using this little brush here, which I love when I'm trying to define, I will use just a more diffuse look for the purposes of this makeup and being something that you can do to look more youthful. I'll just use a fluffier brush. So Hoola bronzer, it's my favorite color, and instead of going right here where I would to define like right in between my cheekbone and the, you know, the other half side of my face, I'm just gonna apply it on top as I'm just like really bronzing. So this is more of like a bronzing effect rather than a contouring effect. So right up here on my forehead, kind of come it as like the 3 in here, and then I bronze up my chin because my chin is really long and pointy. If you don't have much of a chin, then you want to highlight it instead of diffuse. So this kind of like brings it back, and then the highlight brings it forward. I'm sure you guys have heard that before. So whatever you want to kind of like define, you use the bronzer on it, and then the other way around with the highlighter. So same thing I'm gonna do on the other side. Then off to a little blush. I am obsessed with the Nars collection. I've told you guys so many times. Nars, I think it's really youthful too because it adds a little bit of a highlight to your blush. I hope that this is not too much more than this side. I don't think so. We'll see. So right on the apples of the cheeks. Do you guys see like how it already adds a little bit of highlight in here too? I will add just a little on my Cupid's bow and a little bit on the bridge of my nose here, just for a little extra light. Then you guys, something that I have been so in love with is this Gucci face gel. This is another secret for a youthful looking face. Mind you, the littlest bit goes a long way. I'm guessing this is gonna last me a whole year because you want not more than just a tiny little droplets. And you can play with this. You know, maybe sometimes some people might need more. I would go like with my ring finger and just apply this right where we tend to have our crow's feet, you know, and even like coming towards the concealer area. And boom. If you want more, you can always do the highlighter, which I'm skipping today. You do the highlighter if it's like a night look and you want to be like super glam and glowy, and then you can put the gel on top of it. For like a more everyday, this is more than enough for me, and I love this product. You can use it as a lip gloss as well. You can use it like on top of your eyeshadow just to give like a little more of a luminous effect. It's just beautiful. Okay, and then to end, I'm going to contour my lip. Okay. And then I have been using the Tarte Taste, which I love this color, is the Exposed. It's almost like a whitish, like muted lip. Now, if you want to keep the lips muted like this, you just put a dot of the face gel. I want to bring a little bit of color, so I'm just going to use the Nars Orgasm lip gloss. And that's it, my friends. What do you guys think? It's like, I know it sounds like a lot of products, but it's the norm. I just like a face that doesn't require a whole lot. It's just simple steps, but you emphasize the things that you like your eyes, my brows in the case. Like I really like, sometimes I'll just emphasize this, but this is simple enough for you to pop on like a red lip, and I think it would look so fabulous, so beautiful. I would even like thicken my my cat eye a little bit in order to do that. This cat eye technique is especially good for eyes that are a little bit aged, because it's not like super defined, you know, and it's a little more smoky, so it's more forgiving for if you like don't have a steady hand, and also for eyes, you know, the lids that are just a little bit aged and a little bit more loose and it has a little bit more wrinkles. You will be so surprised on how beautiful this looks. Do your cat eye, that way you will emphasize your eye shape and it looks beautiful. Like a big fluffy brow is another way of like bringing youth to your face. It just looks very, very youthful. And then the muted lips too. Lips are something that tend to be just a little bit like it loses elasticity with age as well. And so sometimes I tend to not want to put like a whole lot on my lips and have them like a little bit more muted. But then contouring them or like lining the lips is also another technique that can make your lips look fuller, and your lipstick last longer and all of that good stuff. So that's another way that you can provide that youthfulness. Obviously, you guys, choosing products that are good for your skin, that provide some skincare, which is like the reason why I'm so in love with this too. It's just, they're not just makeup, they're like skincare on makeup, you know, or in makeup. And you can never go wrong with that, you know. It's fabulous. Another thing too that I have here is my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Right now I'm not like being super glowy. Sometimes I tend to be, and if that's the case for you guys, this is my favorite that does not show too much. So you like feel free to like powder up your forehead, chin, like the places that you get super oily. I would never powder up this area because that's my drier parts of my face, and I love this glow. Otherwise it would totally defeat the purpose of like adding this extra glow. Means or associates well with a young face as well. So you want to have a glowy face. Obviously you don't want to be a puddle of oil, but just a little bit glow in certain places of your face does look youthful and beautiful. So you guys, I really hope that this makeup or this helped you in any way. You know, maybe you learned something new, or maybe you learned a new technique. I really hope that it helps you to develop your own personal style and signature look for your makeup. You know, as over 40, less is more for sure. So even though there's a lot of products here, if they're applied in the right way, your face will look super natural and just beautiful. So thank you guys for watching. If you have not liked this video yet, please do so. That helps me so much. Hit the subscribe button as well. I'd love to have you here on the channel, and I'm so open to more ideas or things that you want to see in 2021. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Beijo. Tchau. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't so thank you guys so much for watching. Anyway, let's do this. Ba.